Sustainable Development Goal of the United Nations, which is access to quality education for all. Over 72 million children either have access to no education, have access to a bad quality of education, are going to have to drop out of school at a young age to support their family, or have dropped out of school at a young age already and are now going to work. Although considerable progress has been made towards providing everyone with a good quality of education, more than half of the children in the world have no school to go to and no education to pull their family out of poverty. So, what are some causes of this problem? One of them is marginalization. In many countries, children are denied access to education because of their ethnic origin, language, and religion. Another huge problem that stands in the way of education is poverty. Poverty is a critical problem with many aspects, and therefore it also has lots of consequences, such as unemployment, illness, and illiteracy. Unemployment stands in the way of education through poverty, because if the parents are unemployed, the child has to leave school at a very young age to be able to go to work and support their families. Illness also stands in the way of education through poverty, because if the parents or the child themselves are ill, they are forced to get out of school because they can't stand or they can't bear the long periods of time that they have to walk to get to school. If the parents are ill, then the child is forced to leave school, even if they are not ill, to go to work and support their families. Illiteracy is another consequence of poverty, and it's a grave one too. The illiteracy of parents multiplies by 2 the risk of not sending kids to school, or the kids dropping out of school from an early age, even if it's by choice. Another big problem is financial deficit of developing countries. When they don't have enough funds to build proper schools and train teachers, they end up overfilling the classrooms with students of different ages, with very few teachers to actually teach them. And in bad working conditions, the teachers are often absent. And even if 2 teachers are absent, an entire grade ends up getting shut down and getting merged with a different grade, and therefore students lose interest very quickly. Also, even if the teachers are there, the classrooms are so overfilled that each student of different age does not get the attention needed to learn in a good environment. What are some big solutions that people in power can do to ensure that everyone has a good quality of education and that they have a good future ahead of them? One thing that they can do is fill teacher gaps. And a way you can do that is by recruiting volunteers. There are many willing people out there who wish to give their time and their knowledge to people who really need it. Another thing that they can do is improve working conditions. Bad working conditions is one of the reasons that teachers don't arrive to their job. By improving working conditions, we have a greater chance of having the teachers present at their jobs. Another thing that we can do is change mindsets. According to the statistics I told you earlier, 72 million children not going to school. More than half of that number is girls. Even if we have all the boys going to school, the numbers still won't decrease. So if we want those numbers to decrease, we need to have the girls going to school as well as the boys. Continuing on that thought of people in power helping this cause, you might be wondering which organizations are helping. I'll list some of them: UNESCO, Save the Children, Khan Academy, British Council, Room to Read, Education Trust, and One Laptop Per Child are some organizations who are helping in this movement. Now for my simple solutions. Volunteer to teach in a developing country. Some countries are looking for volunteers, and there are many organizations who are recruiting volunteers. So, volunteer, and you will get to meet in person the people who are actually living in these countries, and you will get to know about their experiences. Donate food. Did I mention that some countries are doing a free school lunch drive when they ask children to come to school for a free lunch? And this way, when you're donating food, you're helping those countries who are taking such good initiatives by donating food and helping them give food to those people who need it. Another thing you can do is raise awareness. And during this time, it might be through social media as well. But we need as many people as we can to know that people are not getting as educated as we are, and people are not lucky as we are. So, we need to give all we can towards those people and help them come out of that hole and be strong. I hope that you found this video inspiring, that you learned something from it, and you also enjoyed it. For more videos like this one, please subscribe to our channel Connections to build and to build well.